What's up, everyone? My dad came by this morning, and since I'm a cripple, I have to rely on my retired father to come and do all of my heavy lifting for me. Doesn't make much sense there, but he came down and we broke down my last two tires and wheels and got them swapped, and we got them bolted on. All four corners are bolted on now. The rear got temporary spring mounts. The front, I got to finish some temporary spring mounts, and hopefully by the end of the day today, it'll be sitting on the ground without sawhorses under it. And that would be an awesome achievement. It should be pretty doable. I'm just doing temporary mounts because things are going to change, but yeah, I'm loving it. It looks awesome having the tires on. It's just a big milestone for me. I mean, it's been how many months since I started this project to see it starting to come together and take shape. All right, so I was trying to come up with some sort of a temporary coil spring mount. And then I remembered I took the factory ones off that Ford F350, and why not just cut those up? So I did. I didn't video it because it's thick material. It takes a while. But I cut about 8-10 inches off of it, and that's about the height that I think I need it. I just cut them to where they'd be flush with the bottom of the frame rail, so I can burn in some pretty healthy tacks across there, but it's easy to cut back off later, and it should be able to support the weight. So I'm just kind of trying to mock them up. The only point that I have on the frame that's the same both sides is right here. So I'm just going to line up this edge with that, and it's pretty square above the other mount. So I think that'll work fine. All right, we got a few welds thrown in, some really hefty tacks. You know, I even did some actual welding on some of it. The uppers, I threw 4 1-inch long tacks in. It should be plenty to hold that. The lowers, I burned in, 1.5 inches of weld there, and on the other side, I welded up underneath it because I don't want to weld that part yet because I got a lot of other stuff to weld. But we're to the point now where I can actually jack this thing up, and as long as everything holds, I'm going to jack it up a ways. As long as everything holds all right with the weight and I don't have any problems, I'm going to cut the sawhorses out, and then I'll move to the back and do the same thing and set this thing on the ground. That'll be the first time it has ever been on the ground, and I'm freaking stoked about it. Keep this handy for cutting tacks from the frame. Move some stuff so it doesn't fall off. There we go. And all the weight is off of that sawhorse. It's hanging. Jack it up a little further, and we'll try and bounce it a little bit. I'd rather have that sawhorse there to catch it than have it hit the floor. So keep feet and hands and everything clear of anything that can pinch. Do what we can. Oh boy. I think that's plenty stout. Okay, cool. I'm going to cut this thing off. it down and set it on the ground. Okay, now it won't fall a long ways and mess up my floor. There we go. Let's go. Yeah. And set it on the ground so I get that sawhorse out of there. Right now it's kind of too blocked pinched in there. Oh, gotta get the sawhorse past the front of the frame first, dummy. Would you look at that? All right. Cool. That's way cool. This coil, I should have been paying attention. I need to cap it over. It's kind of in a binding spot. But we'll move to the back. Let's move to the back and do the same thing. This back we already know will hold because it's sitting on it right now. It's just I wanted to keep it level so it was on the jack stands and rollers still. This one will jack up, tell the sawhorse, no, it's off. Oh, that sawhorse is already off the ground. I forgot about that. But we gotta get those out of the way. That's what we need to do. Lower this down to where the sawhorse touches. We'll cut some tacks. Alright. There we go. You saw it here first, folks. She's on the ground. Yeah! Let's go take a walk around this. Sitting a little high in the rear, but I also, I got 200 pounds of fuel that will go back there, plus a roll cage and everything. The front will gain some weight, but I'm doing all aluminum fenders and hood. The grill, radiator, all that stuff goes in the windshield frame. So I imagine it's gonna end up sitting fairly level, but look at that thing. Just look at it. This is awesome. As you guys can tell, I'm on cloud 9 right now. This has been months in the making with lots of setbacks and medical issues and all that stuff, you know. At least I got the big stuff done when I was able to, and it allowed me to do all this small stuff when I was laid up. You know, everything I did, the heaviest thing I ever really lifted was a grinder or a drill, and I was able to keep good body posture and all that stuff, so I'm not messing myself up. That's been a big worry, is overdoing it. And so, you know, the first few weeks I couldn't do anything. Now I'm feeling better, still mindful of it, and yeah, this is awesome.